The biggest entertainment battle of the century is happening right now, and it's not between the YouTubers and the TikTokers. It's on a much bigger screen. Let's find out some more about it, shall we? In the year 2013, the South Indian filmmaker, actor and producer Kamal Haasan made a massive announcement that shook the entire Indian film fraternity. He announced to the world that he would be releasing his magnum opus Vishwarupam 2 on an online streaming platform due to then ongoing disputes with the theatre owners.
Because it should be different from the theatre and it's coming home. If you order pizza at home, it's costlier than what it costs in the hotel. It's simple as that. The logic is that. If you don't want to buy, the theatre people will be happy.
His team had massive battles with the group of distributors, exhibitors and theatre owners, and finally they reached a compromise. Although the move to release the movie on an online platform never got fulfilled, time has come a full circle. Yes, we are talking about the much highly anticipated movie releases on online streaming platforms like Netflix and Amazon, and how the Indian audience has responded to it. So first, let's talk about the OTT platforms. OTT or over-the-top platforms are online streaming platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime that gives its subscribers access to an immense motion picture and TV show database, along with the best content algorithm and experience without ads. These streaming platforms have been one of the biggest mainstays for a lot of people around the world who have been under lockdown during the global pandemic and in need of a support system. So when the global pandemic lockdown happened in India, nearly 10,000 theatres had to be shut, causing people to sit at home with no much means of entertainment. So that's when people started looking for alternative methods to entertain themselves, and that's where the OTT platforms came into play. So for a filmmaker, a couple of advantages these platforms are: number one, to access this platform, all you need is a TV or a smartphone or a laptop with a proper internet connection. And number two, and most importantly, the TV series and movies that have been streamed on these platforms have been raking in millions and millions in viewership as well as in revenue. These online platforms happen to be the homes of some of the biggest trending and most streamed TV shows and movies in recent history. So obviously, for a small filmmaker who doesn't have a big star cast in his film, tends to move towards these platforms because to get a wide release, as many of us know, it all depends on the star value or the cast of the movie rather than on the content. Now let me support whatever I said right now with a figure. Well, it won't be a small figure, I can tell you that right now. Let's talk about Netflix first. Netflix originals are TV series and movies that are made specially for the Netflix platform. 3 of their top movies that were released this year have been Extraction, Spencer Confidential and 6 Underground. And let me tell you this right now, Extraction had Chris Hemsworth, Thor himself from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. 6 Underground had Ryan Reynolds. So these are not small films of any kind, they have big stars in them. And these 3 movies alone together garnered nearly 300 million views. If you want to talk about TV series, they had Witcher, which starred Henry Cavill from Superman, and they had the all-time favorite Money Heist. These 2 TV series alone garnered close to 150 million views all over the world. Think about it, these are not small numbers. Those could actually be the population of a middle-sized country. Now to bring an Indian context into the vlog, and that's where Amazon Prime comes into play. Amazon Prime had the biggest viewership count in India, more than Netflix, and it had some of the best TV series that have been made in India. And none of them are small to say. We had Mirzapur, we had The Family Man starring Manoj Bajpayee and Kerala's very own Neeraj Madhav. Also, a couple of others that have caught the eye of viewers, not because of the cast, but because of the directors who helmed the projects. One called Made in Heaven, which was taken care by Soya Akhtar and Rima Kagdi. So none of these projects are to be called as small scale or small budget ones. all of them were like big projects made on a grand scale. So now that you've seen that the numbers and figures as well as the content have a great role to play when it comes to online streaming platforms, let's hear what the people behind the camera and the screen have to say. We're talking about the directors, producers, as well as the exhibitors. Two of the biggest players of the Indian movie theatre market, INOX and PVR, who manage close to 1500 theatres all over India, have raised the concern and disappointment at the fact that a few directors and producers were planning to release their new films on the online streaming platforms. Through the tweets that have gone viral on the social media platform, INOX has expressed concern and deep disappointment and urged the content creators to stay with the theatrical run and keep the tradition and the long-lasting friendship as strong as possible. PVR, on the other hand, has expressed optimism and has said that moviegoers have always preferred the atmosphere and the environment that is being offered to them in a theatre rather than being at home watching it on an online streaming platform. Now, that's one side of the story. So, two of the most prominent voices that have been heard who are in support of the move to release movies on the online streaming platform have been number one, Shuji Surkar, the Bollywood director who has directed hit movies like Vicky Donner, Piku, as well as Madras Cafe. He also happens to be the director and co-producer of the upcoming movie Gulabo Sitabo. According to Sirkar, OTT and theatre experience are not a competition to each other, rather they are supposed to be alternative and supportive to each other. According to Ronnie Lahiri, Sirkar's movies have never had such a large release in his entire career, so it has been a win-win situation for him as well as the director. Another person who has invoked quite a response with his support for this move has been the Mollywood producer, actor Vijay Babu, who has a big number of blockbusters under his belt. Vijay Babu announced to the public through social media that he would be releasing his upcoming movie Sufim Sujate on the online streaming platform. Now that we got the serious stuff behind us, let's get into something much more interesting: the list of movies that are being released online on these OTT platforms. As mentioned earlier, Gulabo Sitabo would be the first Indian film to be released on the online platform, which has been directed by Shuji Sirkar. We got Ayushmann Khurrana and Amitabh Bachchan in the lead roles, and the movie will be released on 12th June on Amazon Prime. Apart from Gulabo Sitabo, we also have Shakuntala Devi starring Vidya Balan and Gunjan Saxena starring Janhvi Kapoor being released on the online platforms. There have also been reports of movies such as Lakshmi Bomb, Indu Ki Jawani, Coolie Number 1 and many more in the pipeline or being discussed to be released on the online streaming platform. Apart from Bollywood, there are quite a few films being released down south as well, with Ponmagal Vandal in Tamil, Penguin, a much awaited Kirti Suresh Chara in Tamil and Telugu, a law drama called Law in Kannada as well as French Biryani, and we mentioned earlier about the Vijay Babu produced movie Sufim Sujade starring Aditi Rao Haidari as well as Jay Surya in the lead roles. That lineup looks massively impressive. I'm pretty sure most of us are eager to see at least a few of them, so am I. But we missed out on a major component of any Indian movie watching experience. Us, the audience, of course. Well, let's see what you guys have to say.
So now if you think from the point of view of the multiplexes and the theaters, I think for them the biggest concern is that if other movie makers start uploading their movies on these platforms, the number of viewers coming to the theaters might be reduced and people might prefer that one more. But I think there will always be a market for people who enjoy movies at the theaters, like big movies, big budget movies which have like great effects and lightings and sounds, and people just go there for the experience. Movies like Bahubali or Avengers or Star Wars, movies like these, you can't really enjoy them on sitting on the laptop, on watching them on laptop or TVs. It's better if you go to the theaters and enjoy the movie, have the complete experience of the movie.
എൻ്റെ ഒരു അഭിപ്രായത്തിൽ മൂവീസ് നമ്മളൊരു ശരിക്കും ഒരു തിയേറ്ററിൽ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ചെയ്യേണ്ട ഒരു സംഭവം തന്നെയാണ്. ലൈക്ക് എത്രയോ ആൾക്കാരുടെ എത്രയോ 6 മാസമോ ഒക്കെ എടുത്ത് ഒരു പടം ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് നമ്മളത് ഒരു തിയേറ്ററിൽ പോയി കാണുമ്പോൾ ഉള്ള ഒരു ആ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് നമുക്ക് വേറെ കിട്ടാനില്ല. ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു ലാർജ് സ്കെയിൽ മൂവിയായ ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റെല്ലാർ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു സ്റ്റാർ വാർസ് എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞ മൂവി നമ്മൾ ശരിക്കും തിയേറ്ററിൽ ചെന്ന് കാണുമ്പോഴാണ് അതിൻ്റെ ആ ഒരു ലാർജ് ഗ്രാൻഡ്യൂർ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു മാസ് സ്കെയിലൊക്കെ നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവുന്നത്. പിന്നെ അതുകൂടാതെ വേറൊരു കാര്യം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇപ്പോൾ ഈ തിയേറ്റർ ഉടമകളായാലും അതിൻ്റെ പുറകെ ഉള്ള ഡിസ്ട്രിബ്യൂട്ടേഴ്സ് ആയാലും അവർക്ക് ഈ OTT പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോംസിൽ നമ്മൾ റിലീസ് ചെയ്യുന്നതുകൊണ്ട് അവർക്ക് യാതൊരുവിധ പ്രോഫിറ്റും ഇല്ല അതിനകത്ത്. സോ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഓൾസോ വൺ തിങ് ദാറ്റ് which prompt me against viewing in OTT platforms. എൻ്റെ ഒരു അഭിപ്രായത്തിൽ ലൈക്ക് മൂവീസ് ഷുഡ് ഫസ്റ്റ് റിലീസ് ഓൺ theaters and then probably they can release it on OTT platforms and then later they can release it on satellite TV. സോ അതാണ് എൻ്റെ ഒരു അഭിപ്രായം. എനിക്ക് മൂവീസ് പണ്ട് തൊട്ടേ കാണാൻ ഏറ്റവും താല്പര്യം തിയേറ്ററിൽ പോയിട്ട് തന്നെയാണ്. അതും എസ്പെഷ്യലി ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു ബാൽക്കണി ടിക്കറ്റ് എടുത്ത് നമ്മൾ കയറുമ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെതായ ഒരു എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് നമുക്ക് എല്ലാ സിനിമയിലും കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. സോ I am actually against movies getting released on OTT platforms and I would like to see movies released on theaters first.
When I heard this news that a Malayalam movie is being released to the digital platform rather than to the theater, I was excited because the reason why we see movies is for entertainment and to get relaxed basically. So it depends from person to person whether to go to the theater or watch it from home. But for me, I already have a great TV at home and I have a decent audio setup also here. So why not use that rather than go to the theater, spend time to travel to the theater and then come back. At the same time, we can get subscription for the streaming services at the cost of 1 or 2 movie tickets. Yeah. So it's basically time saving as well as economically good when we have a great catalog of movies and series in the streaming service and we can sit at home and then watch these movies at the comfort of home. So I think that this is a bold move and this is the I won't say the right move because it depends on people to people, but it is a bold move and I welcome this.
So ഇയാൾ പറഞ്ഞ വിഷയത്തിൽ എനിക്ക് പറയാനുള്ളതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്തൊക്കെ സ്ട്രീമിംഗ് പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം ഉണ്ടായാലും ഒരിക്കലും ഒരു തിയേറ്ററിൻ്റെ ഒരു അനുഭവം ഒരിക്കലും ഒരു സ്ട്രീമിംഗ് പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം വഴി നമുക്ക് കിട്ടത്തില്ല. എന്ത് കിട്ടിയാലും എന്ത് സംഭവിച്ചാലും ആക്ച്വലി എങ്ങനത്തെ നല്ല മൂവി ആണെങ്കിലും ഒരിക്കലും ഒരു തിയേറ്ററിൽ ആ ഒരു ആൾക്കൂട്ടത്തിൽ വിസിലും അടിച്ച് ബഹളം വെച്ച് കാണുന്ന ഒരു പ്രതീതി നമുക്ക് ഒരിക്കലും കിട്ടത്തില്ല. പിന്നെ തിയേറ്ററിൽ നിന്നൊരു ഇരുട്ടുമുറി മാതിരിയല്ല നമ്മുടെ വീട്ടിൽ ഒറ്റയ്ക്കിരുന്ന് കാണുന്ന ആ ഒരു ഇരുട്ടുമുറി. തിയേറ്ററും വീട്ടിലിരുന്ന് കാണുന്നതിൻ്റെ ഒരു ഏറ്റവും മെയിൻ ഡിഫറൻസ് എനിക്ക് തോന്നിയിട്ടുള്ളതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ലൈവ് ഫീഡ്ബാക്കാണ്. എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ സ്ക്രീനിൽ കാണുന്ന കോമഡി കണ്ട് എല്ലാവരും ചിരിക്കുമ്പോഴത്തേനും കിട്ടുന്നൊരു ഫീൽ ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, അത് നമുക്ക് ഒരിക്കലും ഒറ്റയ്ക്ക് കാണുമ്പോഴോ അതൊരു എന്താ പറയുക ഒരു ഫുൾഫില്ലിംഗ് ആയിട്ടുള്ളൊരു ഫാക്ടർ എനിക്ക് തോന്നിയിട്ടില്ല. പിന്നെ മാത്രമല്ല തിയേറ്ററിൽ പോയി കാണുമ്പോഴത്തേനും കാണുന്നതിൻ്റെ ഒരു വേറൊരു ഫാക്ടർ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഡേ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഷോ. നമ്മുടെ ലാലേട്ടൻ്റെ പടങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഡേ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഷോ പോയിട്ട് ഫ്രണ്ട്സിൻ്റെ കൂടെ അടിയിടിയൊക്കെ കൊണ്ട് ലാത്തി ചാർജിങ് കൊണ്ടിട്ട് ഫസ്റ്റ് ഡേ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഷോ കയറി കാണുന്നതിൻ്റെ ഒരു പ്രതീതിയും അത് വീട്ടിൽ ഇരുന്ന് ഒറ്റയ്ക്കിരുന്ന് ആ സിനിമ തന്നെ മാറ്റി മറിച്ചും കാണുന്നൊരു ഇതുണ്ടല്ലോ, അതിനൊരു എഫക്റ്റ് കാണത്തില്ല.
So guys, before we finish up this vlog, let me just give you a personal take on what I think of this topic. I truly believe OTT platforms have their own space in the near future. Just think about it. We live in a generation where we order food online, where we order music online. So why can't we watch movies online as well? OTT platforms can be quite beneficial for a lot of people, especially the new and upcoming directors who do not get enough screen space to showcase their talents. We all know there are a lot of good small films that have great content and great storytelling, but are overshadowed by much hyped, over-budgeted, completely lacking of skill and story, multi-star films that have mind-numbing logic. One of the best examples that I can give you right now, one of the recent one as well, would be of Thappad. It had an average or above average run in the theaters, but once it released on the online streaming platforms, it became a topic of debate and conversation, leading to people to think from different perspectives and have intellectual conversations. Not fan fights, intellectual conversations. However, you can never replicate the experience of watching Marvel's Avengers Endgame that you get in a theater while sitting at home in front of your laptop or TV. You need to experience it in a theater surrounded by a complete group of strangers who are as fanatic and as crazy as you are about such things. Like I said, it's all about balancing the pros and cons of each situation, and I truly hope we find that balance with theaters as well as OTT platforms. I hope this video has been quite informative and entertaining as well for you guys. Please don't forget to leave your valuable feedback, suggestions, and any disagreements to whatever I told so far in the comment box below. I definitely read through each and every feedback because, like I told you once and I told you many times before, your feedback is what makes me stronger and make me a better YouTuber. If you love this vlog, don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. And don't forget to press the bell icon to get all the new notifications on your desktop. Until I'm back with a brand new topic and a brand new vlog, this is yours truly Jay, signing out.